Do you want to live in a state that is filled with natural beauty, has no state income tax, and has a ton of fun things to do? If so, stay tuned because we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Tennessee. Hi, this is Robert C. Baker with Move to Chattanooga and United Real Estate Experts, and thanks for watching. You know, Tennessee, the volunteer state, is located in the southeastern region of the United States. It's known for blues, rock, and country music, Tennessee whiskey, and the Great Smoky Mountains. And I'm sure you've heard of Elvis Presley, Dolly Parton, Usher, and Kane Brown. And if you're looking for great barbecue and hot chicken, Tennessee is the place to be. A lot of folks thinking about relocating have Tennessee on their mind, and for a good reason. I'm a real estate agent working in the greater Chattanooga, Tennessee area, and I want to share with you in this video the good and the bad, the pros and cons of living in Tennessee. First, let's look at the cons. The first con is that Tennessee has a high state sales tax. In fact, according to the Tax Foundation, Tennessee's sales tax is the second highest in the nation after the state of Louisiana. Now, the state of Tennessee collects 7%, and counties and municipalities add to that. Many counties in Tennessee charge a total sales tax of 9.75%. Additionally, like 13 other states, Tennessee also taxes food. Tennessee's food tax is 4%, to which counties can add additional taxes. I know that may come as a shock, especially if you also know that Tennessee has no state income tax, and we'll discuss Tennessee's no state income tax under the pros. That said, there are ways to mitigate Tennessee's high state sales tax depending on where you live in Tennessee. For the greater Chattanooga, Tennessee area, one of the ways that we pay less in state sales tax is by driving south just 20 minutes or so into North Georgia, particularly Catoosa County. Sales tax in Catoosa County, Georgia is 7%, while sales tax in Hamilton County, Tennessee is 9.25%. Now, on a single $100 purchase, you're only talking about saving $2.50 if you make that purchase in Georgia. But if you spend $200 per week in North Georgia, over the course of a year, you could save $234 just on sales tax by shopping in Catoosa County. Additionally, the state of Tennessee has sales tax holidays. These include a recurring 3-day back-to-school sales tax holiday, which occurs at the end of July, a 1-year sales tax holiday for gun safes and gun safety equipment ending June 30th, 2023, and a recurring 1-month sales tax holiday for food occurring the entire month of August. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has recently announced that in 2024 he wants to extend the state's food sales tax holiday from 1 to 3 months. So when it comes to state sales tax on food, things in Tennessee are moving in a positive direction. The second con in Tennessee is Tennessee's weather. The state of Tennessee experiences a wide range of weather conditions throughout the year. We have thunderstorms during the spring and summer months, and with those come heavy rainfall, lightning, and strong winds, and occasionally we also have hail. Tennessee also has tornadoes with an average of 30 tornadoes occurring each year, at least from 1995 to 2020. These storms can cause widespread damage and even loss of life. Tennessee's tornado season typically runs from March to May, with the highest risk areas being in the western and central parts of the state. Hamilton County, where Chattanooga is situated, does have a higher number of tornadoes than surrounding counties, with a significant tornado occurring about every 10 years. Winter storms in Tennessee bring snowfall, ice, and freezing temperatures. The mountainous areas in the eastern part of the state often experience the most severe winter weather with quite a bit of snow and ice. The less mountainous parts of the state may see a dusting of snow or accumulations of only a few inches. Tennessee's climate varies greatly depending on the location. The state's average temperatures range from around 50 degrees in the winter months to 80 degrees in the summer months. That said, we do experience sometimes very cold days at or below freezing, and summer temps can get over 100 degrees. Add to that high humidity and you'll be grateful for air conditioning. Do know that temperatures can fluctuate significantly within a single day, particularly during the spring and fall. In fact, we often joke that in the spring and fall you can experience all 4 seasons in one day. From these graphs provided by East Tennessee State University, you can see both temperature and rainfall fluctuations based on location. In the western part of the state, Memphis has the highest summer temperature with a mean temperature of 82.7 degrees in July, contrasted with Nashville's 79.4 or Chattanooga's 80 degrees. Notice also how precipitation patterns vary across the state, with the western part of Tennessee receiving less rainfall than the eastern part. For example, Chattanooga has a more consistent average monthly precipitation rate than Memphis or Jackson, which are located in the west. The western part of the state receives around 50 inches of rainfall annually, while the eastern part of the state receives closer to 70 inches. This variation can cause flooding in low-lying areas along rivers, lakes, and streams. In fact, if you buy a home in a low-lying area, area located near a river, lake, or stream, be sure to check to see if the home requires flood insurance. Tennessee's geographic location and varying climate create a diverse range of weather patterns. So if you're thinking about relocating to Tennessee, be informed and be prepared for inclement weather. The third con is high crime rates in Tennessee's major cities. Just like most places in the U.S., crime seems to accumulate in certain larger metropolitan areas. Memphis, the largest city in Tennessee and located in the western part of the state, has one of the highest crime rates in the country. In fact, Memphis typically ranks in the top 10 in the nation for crime. In 2020, there were 331 homicides in Memphis, 107 in Nashville, the capital of Tennessee, 34 in Knoxville, located in the eastern part of Tennessee, and 32 in Chattanooga. Now, I do want to mention this. In 2022, there were 6.9 million residents in Tennessee. The population of the cities I just mentioned was 1.4 million at that time. That means that the majority of the state's residents, or 5.5 million people, do not live in those cities. In fact, 562,647 residents live in the greater Chattanooga area, while 181,000 plus or minus live within the city limits. You should be aware of crime rates, especially if you're planning to purchase a home in Tennessee, and there are a number of websites that share crime statistics. Additionally, you can speak to local chiefs of police and county sheriffs to get further information about crime in specific areas. So do your own research and research carefully. The fourth con is traffic. Traffic is a major issue in many states in the U.S., and the state of Tennessee is no exception. Major cities like Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, and Chattanooga are known for traffic congestion, especially during rush hour. The state has been growing rapidly. In fact, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, Hamilton County, Tennessee, where Chattanooga is located, grew more than 3 times the U.S. rate in 2022. And with more people moving to the area, the traffic situation has only gotten worse. One of the major issues with traffic in Tennessee is inadequate public transportation. Many cities do not have adequate public transportation, or if they do, the reach of public transportation is limited. This means that most residents rely on their personal vehicles to get around. They take their own car to drive to work, take kids to school, go to church, go shopping, and so on. This leads to more cars on the road, longer commutes, and increased traffic congestion. Another problem is the infrastructure of the roads themselves. Many major highways and interstates in Tennessee were built several decades ago and have not kept up with the growth of the cities. Additionally, the state's geography can contribute to traffic issues. Many major cities are situated in valleys, on rivers, or near mountains, which limits the number of available routes and the number of lanes. Overall, the traffic situation in Tennessee can be frustrating and time-consuming for drivers. Most likely, if you move here, you're going to need your own car. However, state and local officials recognize the problem and are working to improve transportation infrastructure. For example, the city of Chattanooga is undertaking a multi-million-dollar research project to determine where to place electric vehicle charging stations as the city plans for an EV future, so folks are looking ahead. Finally, the fifth con is allergies. Tennessee is known for its lush landscapes and diverse plant life, which also means it is home to a variety of allergens. The most common allergens found in Tennessee include pollen, mold spores, and dust mites. According to the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, approximately 25% of Tennesseans suffer from allergies. And according to New Home Source, Memphis, Knoxville, and Chattanooga are 3 of the top 10 worst cities for allergies. Pollen is a significant allergen in Tennessee, with high levels of pollen present throughout much of the year, especially tree pollen in the spring. Fall is likewise particularly challenging for allergy sufferers due to the high levels of ragweed pollen in the air. Part of the problem is that we have such short winters and a lot of rain. Mold spores are also prevalent, particularly in damp areas. Tennessee has many rivers, lakes, and streams, and close proximity to these bodies of water may also affect allergies. Treatment for allergies in Tennessee, like elsewhere, typically involves a combination of medical and avoidance measures. So you're looking at over-the-counter antihistamines, nasal sprays, and eye drops, and perhaps immunotherapy. What a lot of folks do is try to avoid coming into contact with allergens. This may involve staying indoors during peak pollen times, using air purifiers and dehumidifiers, and keeping living areas clean. Most local news stations on television and online keep Tennesseans informed about pollen counts during peak pollen periods. As an allergy sufferer myself, I can tell you that living in Tennessee does present some challenges, especially in the spring and fall, but while irritating, these challenges can be managed. If you're planning to move to Tennessee, be aware that you may encounter allergy symptoms, even if you've never experienced them before. Now let's turn to the pros. The first pro is that Tennessee has no state income tax. That's right, one of the major financial benefits of living in Tennessee is that we have no state income tax. Tennessee residents residents are not taxed on the retirement distributions either, and that means added savings for seniors. For individuals and families, not paying state income taxes can mean having more money to save, invest, or spend on other priorities. This could be a huge benefit for people with lower or fixed incomes, or who may struggle to make ends meet in states with high income tax rates. If you're thinking about moving to Tennessee, check out this helpful map from the Tax Foundation. You can see your state's top marginal rates in comparison to states with no income tax. Those are the gray-colored states. You can also see states with flat state income tax like Arizona and Illinois, and states with graduated income tax like Massachusetts and California. You can see that California comes in with the highest marginal rate, followed by New York, New Jersey, the District of Columbia, Oregon, and Minnesota. In addition, no state income tax makes Tennessee an attractive place for businesses and entrepreneurs, especially if companies are considering relocating to Tennessee. No state income tax can be a draw for key employees to consider moving to the volunteer state. Further, the lack of state income tax can encourage folks to save more for retirement. And not having to pay state income taxes, you may have more disposable income that you can put into retirement accounts, such as IRAs or 401ks. If you're looking to save money, Tennessee may be right for you. Not having a state income tax may mean that you can save more, invest more, and when it comes to retirement, have more money in the bank. The second pro is Tennessee's low cost of living. Tennessee's low cost of living is also a major draw for many people looking to relocate. According to the Missouri Economic Research and Information Center, Tennessee has the 10th lowest cost of living in the U.S. Housing costs in Tennessee are relatively low in comparison with other places in the country. According to Redfin, the median home price in Tennessee in February of 2023 was $353,300, whereas the U.S. median home value was $386,536. That's $33,000 lower than the national average. Here in the greater Chattanooga, Tennessee area, the median home price for the same time period was $297,700, or $55,000 lower than the national median home price. Now, a lot of times you see videos showing extreme differences in median home values between Tennessee and, let's say, California. And depending on the areas, they can be extreme. Say, rural Sequatchie County, Tennessee, in contrast to San Francisco, California. But keep this in mind. Home values in certain areas in California, say Kern County, may be comparable to home values in Hamilton County, Tennessee, whereas home values in Nashville may be much more expensive. As they say, location, location, location. Please note that home values over the past 2.5 years have gone up significantly in Tennessee, and especially in larger metropolitan areas, including Nashville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga. In fact, in the greater Chattanooga, Tennessee area, we've seen home prices rise over 30% in just the past couple of years. It used to be that Tennessee homes and land were relatively cheap. Some folks looking today at Tennessee may be shocked that they can't buy an acre of land for $1,000 or a lake or river home near a population center for $500,000. That said, folks just getting started in their careers, or those starting families, or maybe those looking to retire, will find Tennessee's overall low cost of living attractive. Especially if you're looking at student loan payments, childcare costs, or future medical bills, living in an area that costs less is an important consideration. The third pro is Tennessee's natural beauty. Tennessee is known for the great outdoors. We have a diverse range of landscapes from rolling hills to majestic mountains to lush forests. One of the state's most famous natural attractions is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which at over 500,000 acres is the most visited national park in the country. The park is home to a wide range of wildlife and plant species. Visitors enjoy hiking, camping, fishing, and other outdoor activities in the park. The park's also home to many scenic vistas, waterfalls, and its wonders draw visitors from all over the world. But Tennessee has 12 additional national parks, and nearly 10 million people visit those parks each year. Further, the state of Tennessee itself has 57 state parks, 36 campgrounds, and over 80 waterfalls that you can visit. Here in the greater Chattanooga, Tennessee area, besides our mountains and caves, we have a wonderful attraction called Ruby Falls, which features the tallest and deepest underground waterfall in the U.S. Tennessee also has over 60,000 miles of rivers and streams and more than 1,000 lakes. Hard to believe, isn't it? Needless to say, there are plenty of opportunities for boating, fishing, water skiing, and a ton of other outdoor water activities. But Tennessee's natural beauty is not just limited to parks and wilderness areas. Even in the cities, there are many green spaces, parks, and other areas that showcase the state's natural beauty. For example, Nashville's 132-acre Centennial Park is a popular spot for locals and visitors alike, with beautiful gardens, walking paths, and a full-scale replica of the Parthenon. Knoxville's World's Fair Park is right in the middle of downtown, has a splash pad for kids, and of course the iconic 1982 World's Fair Sunsphere. Here in Chattanooga, we also have multiple parks, and I'll mention just one. Coolidge Park, which likewise has a splash fountain, walking paths, kayak launches, and an antique merry-go-round. Overall, Tennessee's natural beauty is a major draw for visitors, but it also provides a lot of enjoyment and wonder for folks who live here. The fourth pro is Tennessee's strong economy. Tennessee's economy has been growing in recent years. The state is home to many industries, including healthcare, manufacturing, and technology, which have contributed to its economic growth and success. In fact, Tennessee ranked second among U.S. states for growth in domestic product in 2022, right after ranking first the prior year. One of the major drivers of Tennessee's economy is the healthcare industry. The state is home to Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville, Baptist Memorial Hospital in Memphis, University of Tennessee Medical Center in Knoxville, and the Erlanger Health System in Chattanooga. The healthcare field not only provides essential medical services to Tennesseans, but also employs thousands of people and contributes billions of dollars to the state's economy. Tennessee is also a hub for manufacturing, particularly in the automotive and aerospace industries. Companies like Nissan and Volkswagen have major manufacturing facilities in the state, and the aerospace industry has been growing with the presence of companies like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Here in the Chattanooga area, Volkswagen assembles its ID.4 electric SUV not just for Tennessee, but also for the nation. Another growth area is technology, particularly in Nashville, Memphis, and Chattanooga. Tennessee's home to many startups and tech companies that are attracting talent and investment in the state. Additionally, the state has invested in infrastructure and resources to support entrepreneurship and innovation. Here in Chattanooga, folks are applying technology to the transportation business. For well over 100 years, Chattanooga has been a transportation hub due to its central location, and folks are looking for new ways to ship goods, not only to be cost-effective, but also in ways that respect the environment. Overall, Tennessee's strong and diverse economy, its pro-business outlook, and low taxes provides many opportunities for residents and businesses. And the fifth pro is that Tennesseans are friendly. One of the most notable features of Tennessee is the friendliness of its people. Tennessee residents are known for being warm, welcoming, and hospitable to visitors and newcomers alike. This can be seen in many aspects of daily life in Tennessee. For example, it's common for strangers to exchange pleasantries and strike up a conversation while standing in line at a shop or a store. This type of small talk and friendly banter can be a refreshing change of pace for people who are used to the hustle and bustle of big cities. In addition, Tennessee residents often go out of their way to help others, whether it's offering directions to someone who's lost or providing assistance to someone who's in need. This kind of community spirit can be seen in events like volunteer efforts after natural disasters or at community festivals and other events that bring people together. The friendliness of Tennesseans can also be seen in the state's culture and traditions. Many aspects of Tennessee culture, such as music, food, and art, are deeply rooted in a sense of hospitality and community. You can really see that throughout the year. Almost every town in Tennessee has some sort of parade, festival, or public gathering where everyone is invited to watch a float, listen to some great music, or chow down or barbecue hamburgers or hot dogs. Overall, the friendliness of Tennessee's people is a major part of what makes our state such a welcoming and inviting place. Whether you're a visitor or a resident, you're likely to feel at home among the friendly and welcoming people of Tennessee. Want some tips on buying a home in Tennessee? Watch this video next.